So today I decided to go and see my 74-year-old aunt at home. But I was now told that she had gone to church and would not be back till about noon. And I wondered, what is a 74-year-old woman looking for in church with all the underlying diseases, especially in this corona period? These are the people that government has specifically told them that you are the most at risk, you are the most vulnerable to this thing. Stay at home. What brownie points was she expecting to get? Is she expecting to get by putting herself at risk? Tomorrow, if anything happens now, it is God that will take the fall. First, they will say they prayed, he did not answer, or that's how God wanted it. Please, how did God want it? Did he send her? Did he send them? Did he? The answer is no. Nobody will remember at that point that give unto Caesar what is Caesar's and unto God what is God. See, during Corona, when they put us on lockdown, please, who was going to church? Who was going to the mosque? We were all at home. Did it change God from being who he is? I mean, it even opened a whole level of awareness that God is God despite all our religious rituals. He will be who he wants to be. It's we who turn all religion on its head, imputing to God what is not. Now, she has gone to church. Now, has exposed herself. Now, she might be at risk of catching corona. Tomorrow, he's the one that will take the fall. Honestly, it's enough. All this giving, imputing to God what is not his own, what he has not said, what he has not written, is what is turning religion on his head and making people skeptical. People are losing faith. People are not interested in listening. People are not even interested in knowing whoever this so-called creator is. When God asked Solomon, what do you want? Solomon knew that even follow God required wisdom. It was not just the issue of ruling. He needed wisdom even to deal with God. Religion is not senselessness. Following God is not senselessness. You follow it with sense. You read the Bible. You study the scriptures. Any other religion you are following that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to impute what is not to it. From those of us that are following the rituals of religion to those who are selling a doctrine that God, what God cannot do, what God cannot do does not exist. Where did that come from? I have always honestly wondered about it. It's this type of things that now give people, confuse people, and God now begins to look like a crippled witch doctor or a crippled boka because what they went there to do, that since he cannot, there is nothing he cannot do, and it turns out that this thing he did not do, then he now looks as if is that what God is all about? God is not only about dishing out visas and making them promote you in office. He's much more than that. It's a relationship he's looking for. He wants us to do unto others as you wish them to do unto you. Follow him, lead other people to him. When we spend the first 40, 70 days of the year shouting into his ear, do we shout into his ear when we sin, when we come to confess our sins? Do we? But we harass him with all our give me this, give me that, I want this, I want that. Okay, so we ask him also, please help our country, heal our country. But what role do we even play when it comes to healing the country? The same bad things that we were doing before we entered before church, we will still go out and do that. So how do we expect God's hand to be untied when we are tied it with our bad behavior? Please, following God is simple. It's not a difficult something. God says something, we interpret it as something else, we impute it and put bondage on ourselves. That's not what God expected of us. He gave us everything to be able to live well on this earth. It is we who are driven by our selfish, wicked desires that end up harming people and causing disruption in the world and giving God a bad name. Please. And because God cannot lie, as you see the Oyibo man, how many times you see the Oyibo man shouting and harassing God? How many times you see him? But because God cannot lie, he is true to his word. He has already said to everybody on this earth that he will shine the sun and send down the rain on everybody. Why aren't Oyibo shouting? Why is it that we seem to think that their own society is progressing and we who are the supposed saints of God marching are not marching? Please. Anyway, my own share here is just that let us stop imputing unto God what is not his own, please. And if you're 74, please stay at home. You're not going to get any brownie points. He can hear you anywhere you are, anywhere. Doesn't need to see you in church. Happy following. Please follow us on Diary of a Stupid Woman on our YouTube and our IG page. Thank you.